Oh, Mullah, pleased to meet you.
Please meet you. Thank you.
Fiji was inducted as the vice chair for the World Customs Organization's Asia Pacific region at the WCO headquarters in Brussels. I sincerely thank the members of the Asia Pacific region for considering and for endorsing Fiji for the privilege of holding the vice chair role for the next 2 years. This is a valuable opportunity for Fiji to raise its profile in the region and for all our nations to work together to build and strengthen the capability and capacity that contributes to the economic development of our Asia Pacific region.
It is a great pleasure and honor for me to be here to join you for this handover of vice chairmanship and also opening of the vice chairman office here in Suva. I also would like to thank Fiji authority to host this important office, but also welcome and hospitality shown to us for all participants here and for me included since our arrival.
I would like to express my sincere thanks to the Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority for extending the invitation and also for giving me the opportunity to address all of you in this historical event today. I would also like to congratulate Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority on assuming the new WCO Asia Pacific Vice Chair post for 2016 to 2018. As you may have known, the Asia Pacific region is a very dynamic and vibrant region comprising 33 countries and 4 sub-regions, and has been regarded by WCO as the most active of its 6 regions.
It gives us much pleasure to, of course, welcome the Secretary General and the outgoing chair, the Vice Chair, who is the Director General. Fiji, of course, is very honored and indeed humbled to have this chairmanship or the Vice Chairmanship position for the next 2 years. It gives us a lot of opportunities, of course, gives our staff a lot of exposure that it does require to not just in terms of capacity building within Fiji and within the Pacific region itself, but also with its international partners. I think, the reality is that the region, this region that we are in, Asia Pacific, is very wide, as acknowledged. And of course, there's a lot of disparities within the member countries. You have very large economies, large population bases. You have some economies that are very modernized. You have mechanisms, you have processes that are very high-tech, and others are actually very rudimentary. And I think that is one of the challenges of the organization, of course, in particular in this region, to be able to take cognizance of that and how we can build capacity in those countries that do need capacity building. But the reality, of course, is that notwithstanding the disparities, there is a very fundamental need to cooperate and collaborate, because given globalization, given the free movement of labor, of people, of goods, and indeed services, the borders are, in a way, breaking down the barriers, but also it is very critical to ensure that the borders are fairly secure. And, with the recent harmonization of the codes that will come into effect from 1st of January, these are the sort of ways in which we can synergize our efforts and collaborate to be able to ensure that our respective sovereign countries are able to carry out, and you are able to carry out their mandate, whilst at the same time maintaining a general international approach to customs and the way that we manage customs at our borders. I think, overall, we, of course, have been in the Pacific, in particular with the Pacific Island countries. We have our bigger neighbors, Australia and New Zealand. They have, of course, helped us over the years in respective areas, but there are also very unique challenges to the Pacific Island countries in terms of their isolation, in terms of the economies of scale, in terms of the technology uptake. In some areas, it's very, very, like I said, very rudimentary. So we would like to encourage the other Pacific Island countries to also work very closely with Fiji, with the Secretariat here, as to how some of you can become members and who are not yet members, because it is in all our interest to ensure that we have that collaboration. As we've seen, it's not just the legal activities we are concerned about, it was also the illegal activities that we're also concerned about. Fiji for itself, of course, places very high value on the integrity systems. And that has been very much our focus. In 2008, we ratified, for example, the United Nations Convention Against Corruption unreservedly. We're part of a peer review program. And indeed, we've been asked to now peer review other countries. We're getting our next review, I understand, late this year, early next year. And we're quite open to that because we need to ensure that integrity is very much at the core of all business processes. At the border, of course, is very, very important. And we welcome the collaboration, in particular with integrity systems, maintaining integrity support from other developing countries. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to once again wish you all the best in your deliberations under the acting CEO as the Vice Chair, Fiji being the Vice Chair of this region. We'd like to thank, of course, Malaysia for its efforts. We have a very long-standing relationship with Malaysia. We actually sent our troops to fight the communists in the Malay campaign in the 1950s. And hopefully we can collaborate, of course, to fight all the illegal activities as we continue to do that. I'd like to, of course, thank the Secretary, the Secretary General, for your kind words. And we look forward, of course, to your leadership and support. You may be interested that Fiji has now gone ahead to purchase equipment that will, for example, and we're buying it from Japan actually, where we'll be linking all cash registers with machines so FIRCA can get real-time data on sales, etc. We do have a problem with the evasion of VAT. So we are trying to, of course, build internal systems. And again, it goes to show that, technology, the human capacity building must be across the borders. And we look forward to everybody's support. We, of course, look forward to all of you who are here.
Thank you. The Asia Pacific region flag has been unfolded. Thank you very much.
We have a number of meetings being held this year. For example, we have the Reserve Bank of Fiji is hosting the Financial Inclusion Alliance is holding their annual meeting in Fiji. We have something like, I think, about 150 countries attending this particular forum. So again, it's the whole sort of financial inclusion, meaning to include everybody in our society, but also how it can affect our relationship with other countries. So, Vinaka Vakalevu for your presence, and I wish you all a very good afternoon. Naka, thanks.